Now I have to be kind of careful with this too. I don't want to dig up the paper too much. Scraping the area some will allow it to take the light green better. I think that ought to about do it. Maybe I'll go up in here a little bit too. Alright, now I'm going to go back in and add light green with the oil pastel. I'm going to do this left-handed so you can see a little bit better. Besides, it's good practice. I've gotten some crumbs from my paper, but I can just brush those away. Okay, see how that's kind of giving you something to focus on in that area? And I wouldn't really have to go over it with water, but I'm going to spread it a little bit. Again, with an acrylic brush. And while it's damp, I will take a dark green Mongol pencil and tame my paintbrush and add some veining here. Maybe not quite as skillfully with my left hand, but as you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to kind of outline that one a little bit. Sometimes if you have too much oil color on the paper, the Mongol pencil doesn't want to take. But there we go, by wetting it a little bit that helps. Bring this veining down here. And kind of shadow under where the leaf joins the stem. Okay. Don't want to overdo it, but I think that ought to about do it. And I believe, even though I sort of like this vignette look, I think I'm going to go ahead and extend the edges of it by adding some random color, again, like I did earlier with various greens, because I'd like to be able to frame it. When I frame it, I would like to be able to have some options. I may want to move the mat one way or another, and the sun's coming out and ruining my lighting. And this will allow me to do that if I have a little extra the whole way around. Now I'm going with a mainly lighter color out toward the edges because I do sort of want to fade it. And I'll take one of the largest brushes that I have and go ahead and spread this with water. I'm being pretty generous with the amount of water I put on here. I don't want to slop it onto the flowers I've already done though, so I do have to be a little bit careful. And I want to blend it with what's already there. So I'm going back into the dark green. Now I'm ending up adding a little bit more darker color out into that light green because it's just almost too much. And I want to fade that, sort of bring that stem down there too. It's almost too much light green. And I'll blend that a little bit. I don't have to blend it 100%, but just kind of calm down that scribbly look. Okay, I'm going to sort of extend it out into the edges so that it's more or less rectangular. Make it a little bit easier when I go to put a mat on it. Like I said, it'll give me some options as far as where I want to move the mat to, how I want to center the flower. It's always good to have some extra on your painting. Okay, I'm going to call that done, and I'm going to take one of my purple pencils and sign it. And you want to make sure you put your signature up there close enough that when you do go to frame it, you won't obscure your signature. There we go.